Greetings, salutations, and welcome to this Prophetic Insights, where we analyze current events as they are fulfilling Bible prophecies. Friends, as you can see, we're on the move today for the Lord. We're actually in travel, but I could not miss Prophetic Insights today because I realize that time spent with God is of the utmost importance. Time spent with my family, you all, Save to Serve International, and even first-time viewers, is time well spent as we're living in these last days of Earth's history. Well, friends, let's get right into it because time is of the essence. Now, today, I have a very special, important star witness to bring to you today. As it were, we're in the court of law. When I say star witness, I mean a very important article. I've been sitting on this article for quite some time. And as I prayed, I said, Lord, is this the right time to share it? And over again, I was impressed. It was not the right time to share it. I was waiting for a particular statement to come forth. And friends, today, that particular report has hit the global news feed. And as a result, today, I'm going to present to you the star witness, the star article. It's going to further show us the closing scenes are right upon us. It's time for us to get ready, get others ready, and for us to be ready. The man of sin made a particular statement today. And friends, that's why you can see in the title, the words, hidden in plain sight, the Pestilence Panacea and the Jesuit connection. This is going to be the final nail in that coffin, in that Jesuit coffin. Brothers and sisters, this is what the man of sin said today. And by the way, as you can see, we're in the public here. This is the article that came out a few moments ago. I hope you can see that. The headline reads, Pope Francis and bishops appear in new inoculation public service announcement, stating that getting the inoculation is an act of love. An act of love. Now, friends, I want to spend a few moments and read exactly what the man of sin stated. A few words from the article. He writes, Pope Francis is adding his voice to a campaign to overcome inoculation skepticism, issuing a public service announcement insisting that inoculations are safe, effective, and an act of love. The video message released Wednesday is aimed at a global audience, but directly pointing to those in the Americas. The Pope added, inoculation is a simple but profound way of promoting the common good and caring for each other, especially the most vulnerable. It says, the Vatican has vowed, this is the particular statement that led me to unearth, get back into my files and pick up my star witness. It says, the Vatican has vowed an all-out effort to overcome hesitancy and encourage widespread inoculation. It's for the common good. And remember, brothers and sisters, they were the ones that stated the common good has become what? Has become global. Hopefully, the words are legible. The common good has become global. With that in mind, may I now present my star witness. Here it is, brothers and sisters. Here is a star witness. The court is now in session. Here is the star witness. Headline, Papal inoculation campaigns offered punishments and rewards 200 years ago. Does that sound like something going on today? Brothers and sisters, the answer is a resounding yes. What we see America now doing is actually following the blueprint of Jesuitism of the past. No wonder Revelation chapter 13 tells us in verse 11 through verse 18 that Protestant America will form an image to that first beast in verse 1 through verse 10, which is popery. May I read some of this for you, my friends? It's the Jesuit blueprint. This is a nail in the coffin. It says, when popes were king, they ordered all their subjects in the papal states to be inoculated, using punishments and rewards to convince the hesitant and making sure the poor and the prisoners were inoculated as well. The poor, prisoners, is that going on right now? When popes were king, this is leading up to 1798. All those folks in the papal states were forced to receive the inoculation. Punishments if you don't, rewards if you went along. May I read some more? Second paragraph, Vatican News recounted how, as a smallpox epidemic swept central Italy at the end of the 1700s and beginning of the 1800s, Pope Pius VII, write that down, Pope Pius VII, threw the full weight of his temporal power behind an inoculation campaign, just as this article just said. The full weight of the temporal power of popery. That's why I held on to this article. It says, the text of a law promulgated June 20th, 1822 by Pope Pius's Secretary of State described the new smallpox inoculation as a gift put in place by divine providence as a sign of God's paternal love to save his children. So much inside there. And what is appalling, to say the least, is that professed SDA leaders are calling the Pestilence Panacea also a gift from God. The same rhetoric of popery. By the way, who was Pope Pius VII? Who was Pope Pius VII? You want a finishing nail as a nail in a sure place? Brothers and sisters, look at this right here. Pope Pius VII was the one that restored the Jesuit order. It's right here. First sentence. Pope Pius VII was the one that restored the Jesuit order. Now tell me if you can see the article. If so, say I can read the article, just to make sure it is legible. Can you see it, my friends? The words? Can you see the words? All right, you can. All right, you see it. I can read. Thank you so much. This is history repeating. It goes on. But the text noted that not everyone saw the inoculation as a gift, and it denounced appearances that a deep-rooted prejudice was stronger in some parents than the love of their offspring. Listen now, friends, even that legislation specified that to obtain subsidies, benefits, or premiums, it was necessary to provide the certificate showing that the applicant, being the father of a family, has had the inoculation. You had to present a certificate that you received the pestilence magic bullet, or else you would not receive subsidies, benefits, or premiums from the government. That's it, brothers and sisters. From the old world in the East to the new world in the West, beginning in America, the prophetic pendulum swings from East to West. All right, brothers and sisters, I'll read some more. Do you want some more? It says, refusing the inoculation was defined as reprehensible conduct, punishable by a loss of benefits. That's it, brothers and sisters. You cannot enter businesses, restaurants, you get the point, just like today, gyms, churches. That's clear. Public gatherings. As it was then, so it is today. Let me read on. It says, the Pope set up committees to oversee the inoculation campaign and tied the licensing of physicians to their willingness to inoculate patients. What does that mean in layman terms? It simply means physicians would lose their license to practice, to operate. Is that going on today? Next, Pope Gregory the 16th, elected in 1831, restarted the inoculation campaign and extended it to all prisoners as well. Prisoners? Yes. By the way, who was Pope Gregory the 16th? Write this down. It was Pope Gregory the 16th that it has been recorded who wore a triple crown mitre, a triple crown hat with the words Vicarius Filii Dei, which we know spells what numbers? 666. That's it, my friends. The Jesuit connection. All right. It says now, Pope Pius the Ninth, the last of the popes with temporal power, continued the campaign and designated a financial reward of 20 cents back then for those who returned 8 days after being inoculated to have its efficacy checked, the Vatican News report said. What's happening now? Lottery to win a prize. If you receive the Pestilence 19 nostrum, you receive a financial benefits if you receive the Pestilence 19 inoculation. Brothers and sisters, the signs are here. America is forming rapidly the image to popery. And these crises are setting the stage to fulfill that prophecy. Yet God's professed people are still incredulous. What more can I say, my friends? Are still incredulous. By the way, who is Pope Pius the Ninth? All right. Get back to my article. One more witness. Pope Pius the Ninth. The second paragraph. It's right there, my friends. Pope Pius the Ninth. Who is he? Who was he? Pope Pius the Ninth is the one at his return gave the Jesuit, the order of Jesuit, its entire confidence until the day he died. Pope Pius the Ninth. It's right there, brothers and sisters. It's right there. It's right there. So while we see the image of the beast forming rapidly, what image are we to be forming rather quickly? My friends, it's time for us to see our need to have the image of Jesus Christ perfectly reproduced in us. Christ Object Lessons, page 69. Christ is waiting with longing desire for the manifestation of himself in the church, when the character of Christ, the image of Christ, shall be perfectly reproduced in his people, then he will come to claim us as his own. It is our privilege not only to look for, but to hasten that coming. All right, friends, write down Romans chapter 13, verse 11 through verse 14. It is high time to be awakened out of sleep. I'm going to close it right here, my friends. Now our salvation is nearer than when we believed. My friends, the night is far spent and the day is at hand. Am I ready? Are you ready? We're in travel. I must run. By God's grace, I'm going to return to this segment by God's grace on tomorrow. Let's be found faithful, brothers and sisters. Let's be found faithful. The protest continues. Maranatha.